Adopt a Classroom, as I call it, was created to help get more people to volunteer at the schools. We're piloting the program right now with kindergarten, first and second grade at Riverview Elementary. So I always felt guilty I couldn't volunteer enough. And one day when I did have an opportunity to volunteer in one of my son's rooms, the teacher thanked me and she was so grateful I came, and she wanted to know if I was coming every week. And I felt really guilty I had to tell her, no, I'm sorry, I can't come every week.
Well, last year I had a parent come in and she was volunteering, and she was noticing that some of the students needed, extra help. Like, we were doing different center activities and different things out in the hallway with them, exercises, and it looked like maybe I needed a little more help with that. And so she asked, could I have volunteers come in and get involved in the school? And I was like, oh, that would be great.
I started thinking, it doesn't have to be just me that volunteers. It could be anybody that volunteers. And so I talked to the office, and they just said, all you have to do is fill out a background check, and as long as you clear the background check, then you can come volunteer. And then I thought about a prior employer I had. They had a program where we read to kindergartners. We left work and read to the kindergartners at the public school they had. And so I just thought about putting those two kinds of ideas together. And so I came up with Adopt a Classroom, where we allow employees to come volunteer at the school during work hours to help the elementary schools with whatever they need.
Mrs. Wilbur approached me about volunteers in my classroom and if I would be open to having regular help in the room, and really excited about that.
I think it has had a big impact. I know because when I walk into a classroom, they know who I am now. They know what I'm here to do, and they want to go out with me and play the math learning games, or do the reading stories and acting out the story, and all those fun types of things that we do, because they don't realize they're actually learning while having fun at the same time. And so it's nice to see that energy when you go into the room and they say, oh, Miss Kim's here, Ferris is here to help us, and everybody wants you to call them out because they like that individual attention. And it definitely helps with their learning. That's the ultimate goal.
I think it really helps the teachers give some of the students that need some more one-on-one help. I've noticed, we have classrooms in here ranging from anywhere from 25 to 30 students, some with one teacher, maybe a student aide, and sometimes in those classes there are special needs students where those aides need to go with those students. So I think it really helps being able to have the students get some one-on-one interaction.
Just as a student teacher in general, there's a lot, because not all the kids always get everything. So when we have volunteers come in, we can have them go out in the hallway and work on something with a student, and it's easier because you can't divide yourself into 28, but when you have extra volunteers and helpers, it makes it easier for that one-on-one connection with the students.
In kindergarten, we need to do a lot of things small group, and if you try to do things large group, then you need a lot of help and a lot of volunteers. So I've been able to plan my entire writing session around this help because it's consistent and I have a schedule every week. So that means an extra body helping kids write every week, which is really great.
I've been able to send out my lower kids and still work with my lower kids, and I've also been able to send out my higher kids, and she's been able to, or they have been, because I have some boys too, to accelerate some of the higher ones.
I think I relate to the situation because I have a second grader, so similar age, and so I know that a lot of times he could use some more one-on-one at school too, so it's just kind of knowing that I'm helping somebody else in the same regards that I can use the help. So
I have one student, helper came in last week, and she was working with him on his work, and he was so excited that he got his work done and that he had the extra attention, and he gave her a big hug, and it's just something that's very good for their confidence, and they just get that little extra attention that they need sometimes.
Because we do have such consistent help in here, they get to know their helpers, and in kindergarten that's really important to have relationships with older people that they see on a regular basis. So that's great. They come in, they call them by name, they give them hugs, and they say hi to them.
I think it's been really beneficial and helpful, especially when we had the same people come. Kayla Campbell has been in our room a lot, and the kids, when she comes in now, they run up to her and say hi, and it's very beneficial, especially because she's always there and it's not a new person every week that they have to get over that shy factor with.
Well, it would be awesome if it could go, every day. I'm really, really fortunate that I get 2 or 3 days a week, which is, again, awesome, but every day would be amazing, first of all. And I know that not every classroom has help at this point. So, again, not being super selfish, it would be nice to see help in every room, especially at the younger stages. I mean, I think that that's always, again, where we need the most help early on. So if we could start filling from the bottom up, that would just be, I think that we would really see an improvement in student growth.
I think many of the teachers would be interested in expanding out into different classrooms in this school and maybe in other schools. That would be very helpful for the teachers.
Ultimately, I would like us to expand to adopt every classroom at Riverview Elementary. And once we get that mastered, I would like to expand to Brookside Elementary and adopt every classroom there, so that we have a group of people dedicated to help each teacher in the elementary level. So that's kindergarten through 4th grade, and then we'll see how it goes.